Good afternoon, friends. I hope all are well, all are fine. So today, I'm going to start the first lesson of your social science text. Before going to start the lesson or the topic, I will tell you a small story. You would like to hear a story? So once there was a notorious killer. His name was Angulimala. Angulimala. So what he was doing that? He was in the forest, and those who came to the forest, he killed them and cut his finger and made an ornament to his neck. It was his habit. So all the people of that kingdom were feared of this notorious killer. And also the king of that kingdom, his name was Prasenajit, who was the disciple of Buddha. And he was very much suffered, and also he was very much worried about that notorious killer. And he also tried to catch him, and he sent his army to catch that notorious killer, but they were failed in their attempt of catching that notorious killer. So after some time, once Buddha moving on that area, he visited his palace. Whose palace?
Visited.
Prasenajit's palace. Because he was the disciple of Buddha. So when he visited his palace, he observed that his disciple or the Prasenajit, he was very much worried. He was not happy. So that Buddha asked him, what is your problem? Why you are very much worried? Prasenajit told Lord Buddha that a notorious killer was in the forest. He killed my people. So the people were very much feared about him. So after hearing all these things, Buddha decided to meet that notorious killer. And he delivered his decision of meeting that notorious killer. But the disciples or the followers of Buddha and the king himself was not ready to send Buddha to the forest. They didn't agree for that. But Buddha already decided, and he went to meet that notorious killer. So after a long journey in the forest, he heard a sound. Stop. Buddha stopped, and a cruel man came in front of him. That is none other than Angulimala. And after talking with Buddha, that notorious killer Angulimala, he surrendered to the Lord Buddha and gave up his killing the people, and he has become the follower of Buddha. Buddha told him about the importance of the life of human being. And also he convinced why he had bought on this path. So hearing all the teachings of Buddha, the notorious killer Angulimala has changed his mind and he surrendered to Buddha and became the follower of Buddha. So here, from this story, what we have learned? That a man may be cruel, but we can hold his heart by love. No need to use weapons. So that's why we should not hate anybody. We should love everybody, and by this only we have to, these are the morals or the values we have to adopt in our life. So now I have to show some pictures. Those who knows that, tell who is this. Can you tell? Jesus. Jesus Christ. Sit down. Very good. This
Mother Mary.
Mother Mary. Very good. This from boys side. What is this? Is church. Sit down. What is this? Who is this? Jesus Christ. What is this? Last question. Mecca. Very good. So, after seeing all these pictures, what are the pictures or the subjects came to your mind? Jesus Christ. Who is Jesus Christ? He was the founder of Christianity. So here, religion is the one that is the concept. What is religion? What is religion? Is anybody?
Religion is the path of truth.
Religion is a part of truth. Very good. So in the which of the festivals you are celebrating in your village or in your house every year? Main festivals. Yugadi, Deepavali, Dasara. Like that, so many festivals you are going to celebrate. Which of the national festivals we are celebrating every year? Anyone?
Republic Day, Independence Day,
Gandhi Jayanti. So these are the three very good. These are the three main national festivals we are celebrating. Who celebrate the Ramjan? Muslims. Now the festival of Muslims. Who celebrate Christmas?
Christians.
So what we call to these Muslims and Christians? Religions. Christianity and Islam. So in the broad sense, and those the things required for the worship of the god. I think you have all observed that there will be some beggars in front of every temple. So how many of you or how many of us helped those beggars? How many of us gave fruits or gave alms to the beggars or gave food to the beggars? We are ready to give everything to the God. We can ready to spend thousands of rupees for the worship of the God. But we are not ready to give a single rupee to the beggar who was sitting outside the temple. So the real religion or the real dharma means, because the beggar asks you that dharma madama, like that they ask. So here dharma means doing good to the others in the process. But we have given that name to the people who are following some traditions, some customs, and some messages were taken by the messenger, who was believed as the messenger of the God. So here, which are the main religions that you can see that the main religions practices in our country? Which are the main religions practicing in our country? In our country, Hindus are there, Muslims are there, Christians are there, Sikhs are there, Parsis are there, Buddhists are there, Jainis are there. So these are some religions are birthed in our country. Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, these are the birth in India only. But some religions, just like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Zoroastrianism, they took birth in the Western countries. So they were called Western religions. They were called Western religions. We are going to discuss the topic is Western religions. So how many countries are there in the world? Huh? How many countries are there in the world? Our earth has been divided in 7 continents. Huh? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So how many countries are there in that country? 195 countries are there in our world. 195 countries. And so the map of the world. We have a long scale there. Long scale. Give it a long scale. So this is the world map. In this, you can see 7 continents. That is North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Africa. These are the 7 continents. So the religions which took birth in Western countries, those are called religions. Then, which are the Western religions, main Western religions, that is Judaism.
Zoroastrian.
Zoroastrianism. Christianity. Islam. These are the four Western religions. These are the four Western religions. Then what is the religious community? What is meant by religious community? Religious community means the people or the community which believes in one God. The community which believes in one God. And also the community which believes in the messenger of the God. First one is believe in one God. Believe in messenger of the God. And also the community which follows the specific do's and don'ts of the messenger. So there will be some specific do's and don'ts which were prescribed by the messenger of the God. And also it has one holy book written by the messenger. And also there will be a mosque prayer in a specific place. So those who are following these 5 rules, it is called as the religious community. Religious community means the community which believes in one God, the community which believes in messenger of the God, the community which has a holy book written by the messenger of the God, and the community which follows the specific do's and don'ts prescribed by the messenger, and the community which prayers in a mosque, doing mosque prayer in a specific place. You all know that all the Christians are doing prayer in the where they do prayer, the church. In the church. All the Muslims, they are doing prayer in the masjids. So like that, and they have also holy book. Which is the holy book of Christianity? Bible. Which is the holy book of the Muslims? Quran. So like that, these Western religions have all these features. That is why they were called religious communities. So let's see about the first Western religion, that is Judaism. Judaism, it is a Western, one of the Western religion, and the followers of the Judaism, they were called Jews. They were called Jews. And their language is Hebrew. Hebrew. Language. And they were called Jews. And the forefather of the Judaism was Abraham. they believe. So this Judaism, it took birth in Israel. In Israel. It took birth in Israel. So Israel, I think you have all heard this name Israel nowadays, because there was a war between Israel and Palestine was going on, because there was a terrorist group called Hamas. They had made some bomb blasts in the Israel. So for that only Israel is attacking on Palestine now. So Israel, it is a very interesting country. It is a very small country. So what is the geographical area of India? What is the geographical area of India? Once I already told you. 32 lakhs 87,263 square kilometers. So this Israel, I think it is it is very small mark is there, green mark. Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Very small mark green. It is called Israel. It is there you can see. Small green mark. So the length of Israel from south to north is just 420 kilometers. 420 kilometers from south to north. The length of the Israel. And from east to west, it is only 110 kilometers. In some part of Israel, it is just only 10 kilometers. So, the length of the nation Israel is from south to north only 420 kilometers. From east to west, it is only 110 kilometers. It is a very small country, and half of the land of this country is desert. Half of this Israel's land is desert. And you cannot see a single borewell in that country. There is no underground water. So how they are living in that country? That there was a lake. In that lake only they are supplying the water to the cities of the Israel. So the water supplied to the cities and the water used by the people of the cities has been re-purified and it has been used to the agriculture. So first they supplied water from the lake to the cities, the people of the cities. Then it has been re-purified. The used water has been re-purified and it has been used for the agriculture. So their main message or their word is one square feet of land, 1 liter water, and $1. Their aim is to earn $1 from 1 square feet of land using 1 liter of water. 1948, in 1948, UNO gave an opportunity to form a nation for the Yehudis, so that in 1948 Israel has been formed for Yehudis. Just like for Hindus, India is there. Just like only for Yehudis, Israel. So from 1948, they have fought. They have fought nearly 8 wars. In 8 wars, nobody can defeat Israel in the 8 wars, because they have that much advanced technology. Their secret agent is Mossad. It is called Mossad. Just like our secret agency of India is RAW, India's secret agency name is RAW. Just like only Israel's secret agency name is Mossad. If any country or the enemies of the Israel have made a war plane or war flight, they are ready to hijack that, and they have done that. MiG-23 that Iran has launched, and it has been hijacked to the Israel, and they developed that technology. So that type of people are there in Israel. So here, if you observe, in 3000 BC, 3000 years BC ago, there was a 10 to 12 tribal communities were there. They were continuously fought each other. Sometimes they are also fought with external enemies also. So the only one thing, there was a thought that there was a only one thing, the religion could bring peace in the community. That was a thought. So at that time, a person, David, his name was David, he defeated Goliath, and he has become the ruler of Israel in 3000 years BC ago. So after David, his son came to the power. His name was Solomon. He was the famous king, and he ruled a long period, and he also built a temple in Israel. So after the death of Solomon in 931 BC, the Yehudis have split in 2 parts. That is, one is Israel and another one is Judah. So now, after that, the Egyptians invaded Israel. So the people who were there in Israel, they fled to the Judah. And after the Egyptians, Assyrians invaded Israel. And after the Babylonians defeated Assyrians and occupied Israel. And when Babylonians invaded Israel, they destroyed the temple which was built by the Solomon in Israel. So after that, the Achaemenid of Persia, they invaded and defeated Babylonians, and there was a king name was Cyrus. He was a benevolent attitude person. He was a religious, he had a religious tolerance. What he has done, that Cyrus has done, he gave back the kingdom which he had defeated. The Cyrus has given back to the kings those who are defeated by him. And he was a benevolent attitude, and he allowed the Yehudis to live in peace in the history. But even though after that also there was a problems in that period also, when Cyrus gave back their kingdom to the Yehudis lived in peace in Israel and rebuilt their temple in the history. And also when Macedonian king Alexander, he attacked on Babylonians and defeated them, and again the problem started to the Yehudis, and they went spread all over the world, Europe, Africa and Asia and other continents. And also at the time of Second World War, the Adolf Hitler, who was the German dictator, he killed 60 lakhs Yehudis. Nearly 60 lakhs Yehudis had been killed by the Adolf Hitler. So after that only, in 1948, UNO, United Nations Organization, allowed the Yehudis to form their nation as a state. And now, Christianity, which was started by the Yesu Christa. Yesu Christa is also, he belonged to the Yehudis community, and he has established founded a new religion that is called Christianity. And Yehudi Bible, now we are calling Bible, it is the old version of the Bible is Yehudi Bible, and it is also called Old Testament. It is also called Old Testament. So like that, now in the world there is only one Yehudi nation, that is Israel. That is Israel, and the 10 rules of the Judaism are there here. Come here. So these are the 10 rules of Judaism, that is, do not have any other gods. So believe in one God. Do not have other God means believe in one God. Do not make or worship idols. Don't worship idols. And do not disrespect and measure God's name. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not commit murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not tell lies. Do not be envious of others. So we have heard the Vachana written by Basavanna. Kalaveda, Kolaveda, ಬೇಡ ಇದಿರೆ ಅಡಿಯಲು ಬೇಡ ತನ್ನ ಮಂಡಿಸಬೇಡ ಇದೇ ಅಂತರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಪರಿಣಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ. So this 10 rules also says the same things. Okay, so this is all about Judaism. Do you have any doubts regarding Judaism? So the homework I am going to give is that tomorrow we have to write the 10 rules